Who they?
So many injuries, I'm seeing dudes I don't even know. I'm like, who they? It's crazy. And we lost Jarrell Case, and we lost Harris, and Drake Mott, and Philip Lindsay is amazing.
They gave you a lot of material for this song.
Real fans still ripping up. That's love for breath.
Yo. Welcome to another episode of Mad Talk. I'm your boy, Mad Fanatic.
This the one and only Leaf.
It's poppin', Leaf. Exciting times.
Man, you know I ain't doing good. You know I ain't doing good.
Yeah, not too good, man.
And this damn team ain't helping.
Yo.
This damn team is not helping, man.
Let's get into the team. The team is obviously experiencing some bad luck this year, man. Things are just not going our way. I'm seeing a lot of fans talking.
Hasn't it been a couple years, though?
Yeah, but the luck is different this year. I mean, these injuries is something else, yo.
I know, but I think it's happening around the league, though, like you said. I mean, it's a result of, rushing this season in, you know, to get that money.
You see Chris Harris out on IR over in San Diego.
I got to be honest. I'm not upset about that. No, I should not smile. That would make me terrible, but maybe just for a second.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chris. He helped us get a ring. But, yeah, man, these injuries is piling up, man. No Drew Lock still. Philip Lindsay might be back, though. He full practice today, I think, or limited.
What's the latest on Drew, though? I feel like they're not updating it that much.
They're saying Drew Lock, if he can't go next week, they're thinking probably the week after that.
All right.
And then Philip might be going this week, which is a big deal for us. Elijah Wilkinson went down, but honestly, if you listen to guys like Mark Slayer, they're like, man, put Dotson in the game. He's been getting abused all season. He hasn't been playing well anyway. I did see his Pro Football Focus rating wasn't that bad. You know who's actually been the weak link on the team, and it should be expected? The rookie, man. The rookie is in the red. Like, he's been playing terrible. Like, that block punt, that's on him. Right up the gut. The
center with the weed strain name.
Yes, Cushionberry. So the O-line, we're dealing with some injuries there. Obviously, Court's out for the year. Vaughn's out for the year. Jarrell Casey off.
I know. Well, that's it. I mean, it's the line, man, and it's the defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, that game last week was painful to watch, man. Was it not? I felt like the Patriot offensive line was just taking one finger and just holding our line back like this. Mm-hmm. And they were playing the Benny Hill song in the background. And we're just flailing around it was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing, man. That was my main problem with the game, just watching it. I'm like, we don't get no pressure. Like, I get it, we have injuries, but aren't you guys in the NFL? Don't we have a defensive wizard? Can't he come?
We just don't blitz. We don't blitz anymore.
Ever. We're always in two high safeties, never blitzing. We're not creative on the defense when it comes to getting after the passer. I don't like that at all. And then on offense, when we play fast, we look all right, and we don't play fast. It's like, play fast, especially at home. You know what I mean? You got to play fast. Take advantage of that altitude. Play fast. When people get into a rhythm like that, you start seeing things flow. This slow-ass, predictable play calling is a problem. Obviously, the injuries. So I'm not trying to fire nobody. I'm not there with it. It's a lot to overcome. Like I said, my song "House Money." I feel like now we get to play with house money all year. Honestly, we should just embrace the opportunity, have fun, and be like, yo, it doesn't matter if we win. Awesome, but the pressure's not on us. Everybody's now supposed to beat us. You know what I'm saying? You don't have your starting quarterback.
I mean,
your Pro Bowl running back. You don't have your all-world pass rusher. You don't have your number one receiver. You don't have your number one corner. You don't have so many people on your team that are vital components. Your biggest free agent signing, your right tackle. You don't have your backup right tackle. You know what I'm saying? You're missing tons of guys. So it's like, yo, everybody's supposed to. Even the Jets is house money game. Like, we really.
What? No.
Yes, it
No.
is, man.
So let me pose the question. Man, you are crazy.
You know, I think we're going to win, but I still feel like
I'm not taking.
on
No,
them.
I'm not. I'm gonna tell you something. I will not accept being the worst team in the league, man. I don't care how many injuries you got. Because listen to me. You just named a whole bunch of guys that are out, right?
Whole bunch.
I could just as easily name a whole bunch of guys that are still in. I mean, we still have talent, man. We still have team speed. We still have a lot of our core players, man. Like, I don't want to hear. So this is my question. We lose tomorrow night to the Jets. How are you going to feel about that? I think you know how I'm going to feel.
I'm going to be disappointed, but it ain't going to be the end of the world for me. I'm going to be like.
Nah. Yeah. Man, we lost to the Jets.
I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm
not okay with it, man. I'm not okay with it.
But let me tell you this. Normally, I would feel a lot more bad about the Jets game because my brother's a Jets fan. But this fair-weather-ass fan told me last week that he bounced on the Jets and is now a Seahawks fan because he's following Pop Adams. I'm like, yo, nobody leaves their team to follow a safety. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop it. What are you talking about, yo? You just being you just can't take
that was not a hard change for him, sir.
Yeah. You just couldn't take the losers. So there's not that sibling rivalry aspect.
Wow, what a daring switch by Jordan. You know what I mean? Really took some guts, man. Yeah. You talk about living on the edge, right?
It's like, yo, Pop Adams. I said, so it has nothing to do with Russell Wilson. Is it nothing to do with him? But yeah, so
nothing to do with going to the playoffs every year.
The Broncos lose for sure, but at the end of the day, you got to understand, you're talking about a rookie making his first start at quarterback.
No. Hold on a second. What'd you just say?
You're talking about a guy making his first start.
He's starting?
Yes.
Why are they doing that?
Because because he's real smart. He gets the ball out quick. And,
why are they doing that?
He understands the protections. They think he's better than Jeff Driscoll.
Then why wasn't he number 2 on the chart?
Well, they saw
what they had the camp for. I don't even know why they brought him in the end of last game, man. I thought, look, I wasn't giving up yet. You know, I hate when this organization gives up. You know what I'm talking about. Every year there comes a time when you say to yourself, oh, okay, that's it. They're giving up. And that's how I feel. Driscoll did real good, man, in that steal again.
Granted, he was playing at the end of the game. He's playing nothing.
And now against Tampa Bay, he didn't have an A-time either. I just don't know why we got to switch. To me, it's like we're surrendering the season. I'm not ready to surrender yet, man. Well, this is all I got right now. You hear me?
Here's the thing about this is how they feel. They wanted to give Driscoll a look, and they say, you know what? He's a backup. That's his ceiling, really. And
okay.
He's overwhelmed when the pressure comes.
Man. Anybody would have been overwhelmed under that damn pressure, including Tom Brady. If we could have put a little pressure on him.
Tom Brady. Not including, especially. He's terrible.
Yeah.
But I think that what they see same thing Slayers was talking about. Brett was ridiculous in college. Like ridiculous in college. And it's a cerebral game. It's like a dude that just gets it out quick as shit, like Peyton Manning. Remember when you have a terrible O-line on Peyton Manning? It doesn't matter because he just knows where
gets rid of the ball quickly.
Yeah, he gets rid of the ball stupid fast. He knows where to go, and he processes the information quick. So they're like, you know what? I think let's give this dude a look. It's only a week or two anyway. Let's just see what we got in this dude. You know what I mean? Because we're going to have to probably get rid of one of these dudes anyway. So why not give them all a look? Because you got Bortles, you got Driscoll, you got right.
Well, that's my other question. Hold on. This is what I don't get. If we had this kid that, you know, they're so high on, Ripien, right? Am I saying it right? Ripien. Which one is it? How do you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Ripien.
Ripien. Like Mark Ripien, the old Redskin quarterback. That might be a little bit before your time. But anyways, it's not before my time. But he was a good quarterback. Decent. But anyways, what the hell do we get Bortles for?
I think Bortles is an
I thought we got Bortles specifically because we needed somebody to back up Driscoll. And now all of a sudden, the very next week, everybody's talking about Ripien. I'm like, I mean, I don't understand why we got Blake Bortles. It makes no sense to me. We ain't going to go to him now, are we?
Huh?
Are we going to go to him now if Ripien doesn't play well?
So.
Let's have a fourth quarterback. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think they're just trying to set the record, run it up, and have the most quarterbacks to ever play in the history of football in a 5-year span. But I do want to see what Ripien does because honestly, I'm not one.
Really, man.
the 7 for 7. It doesn't impress me that much because
you know how it is at the end of the game, man. They were allowing that.
You're playing.
You know how it is.
They're not caring like that. They're like, we got.
No, they were playing off the ball. Come on, man.
But I'll tell you this: my gripe with Jeff Driscoll is he does hold the ball too long, too many times. I noticed, like, yo, you got to get that ball out, fam. You got to get the ball out, fam. Because that's one thing about Drew Lock. Everybody talks about, well, why Drew don't get sacked like that. Drew gets the ball out quick, yo. Absolutely. He's one of them quarterbacks. He gets the ball out quick.
And he's a little bit quicker than. And he's a little bit quicker.
That he took was ridiculous because he didn't see him coming. But normally he gets the ball out.
I don't know. I would have been comfortable. I'll be honest with you. I'd have been comfortable still giving Driscoll more reps, give him one more game, hoping Drew's coming back next week, and let's try to hold the ship. We better win this game tomorrow, man.
I would like to. But
you would like to? I would love to. I would love to.
Rookie at center. That's one of the most important. You talk about the middle. We're losing the game in the middle trenches of the field. Like they're getting pressure up the middle, which is why it comes so quick. You know what I mean? The battle of the games is in football, as weird as people don't realize this, but it's really one in the trenches, yo.
It's the line of scrimmage, of course.
It's one at the line of scrimmage, and when that
we're losing
over like that.
We're losing consistently on both sides at the line.
Both sides, absolutely. And the rookie obviously is going through rookie shit. You know what I mean? He's learning, and he's getting kind of abused right now. And then you lose your right tackle early. He don't want to play because of COVID. Then you just lose your backup right tackle, who wasn't that good anyway, with all due respect. So it's like up front they're getting beat. Bowles is actually playing the best on our whole line.
I was just gonna say, all of a sudden Garrett Bowles is,
Yeah, he's playing pretty solid. But yeah, man, I it's hard to have high expectations. I have high hopes, but high expectations, I'm like, man, I can't hold you that accountable. You don't have your number one corner. You don't have your number one receiver. You don't have your best player on the D-line. You don't have your quarterback. You know what I mean? It's a lot.
We still got a lot of guys, man.
You do, but you miss
still got Melvin Gordon. We still got Noah Fant. You know what I'm saying? We still got KJ Hamler. We still got Jerry Judy.
But even those two
Come on, man. Justin Simmons is still playing.
Them two weapons.
Chubb. Where is Bradley Chubb, man? I'm not trying to bash anybody.
That's another thing. You said
I texted you during the game. I texted you during the game on Sunday and asked you if Chubb was out. You thought I was being sarcastic.
I was not being sarcastic. I did think you were being sarcastic.
And then I seen him. I said, oh, okay, he is playing today.
Yeah. Bradley Chubb hasn't looked like he's been playing the first 3 weeks. I don't think he made a play yet.
I know, man.
I might have as many tackles as Bradley Chubb.
I think you do. No, he got 1 sack last week. Then he got a sack.
No.
I'm almost positive.
He got a sack? I have to double check.
I think so, man.
I have to double check that.
It was late in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stopped paying attention late. Honestly, that game, I had a Zoom family reunion thing. That's like the first game that I wasn't like, by like halftime, I was like, I'm not really into this shit. And I'm never like that. You know me. I'm never
Yeah, but I don't think people realize if they're watching this, you don't just mean this year.
Oh, yeah, I mean ever.
You mean you ain't watched the game. You ain't, and I started having that feeling too. I was like, what am I doing this to my children for? I care about my kids, man. You know what I mean? And these first 3 Sundays, these first 3 Sundays, we watched the whole game. And I tell you, man, it's not a great mood inside my household, man. Yeah, I mean, I was watching it, but I just wasn't locked in. First of all, I was on bed rest. My back is. How is the back?
It's getting a little better. Like I can walk again, which is dope.
That's a good step.
A lot of pain. But on Sunday, I couldn't walk at all. I couldn't get out of bed. So I was laying down, stuck in the bed. I was doing the Zoom on the phone, and then I had my computer near my bed, and I was watching the game. But I was just like, this is whack. Like I was obviously already in pain, and I had like meds and stuff. So I was not even in the mood for shit. But also the way they were playing was just depressing. I was like, just with the punt, like the first series, you get the punt blocked. I'm like, come on, guys. You can't keep spotting Team 7 and expecting to win games. This is not how this works, yo. And that makes me really question the coaching. Like, I want to blame the coaches because I'm like, yo, it just seems like you come out like it's like trash. that speaks to coaching for me.
You trying to get me going, ain't you? You trying to get me going.
At the same time, I'm like, you know what? But it was a rookie getting mauled by a beast. But at the same time, I'm like,
I don't know, man. Like I told you last week, I don't like the body language. At least he put a mask on this week. He had the shield on. That's what all the older gentlemen are doing.
That shit's ridiculous, Joe.
He still had on his grandpa jumpsuit with the damn belt in the middle. I tell you, this guy don't ever smile. He don't ever look positive. I don't see him firing nobody up. I don't see nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear, because he had last year too. I don't want to give him too much of a break for this, man.
You know what's crazy?
And I'm not a fan about not wearing the mask either. Like, I don't know what Grandpa's thinking.
Some people brought up, like, yo, if Vance Joseph was having this record and these been the fuck out of here. They can't.
I haven't heard one bad thing about Fangio. You are so right.
Vance ain't have no rope, and he started off hot. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think.
He had a lot of things too.
Why could that possibly be?
Yeah, I think we're thinking the same thing.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
He had very little rope.
He sure didn't.
But yeah, man, the Broncos, I would like for them to get this win. I really would. Because this could be a tune-up game. The Jets are trash. That's a terrible team.
Oh, man, I just got my punch in the face list as I'm talking to you, and I was struggling this week. Mm-hmm. I was going to text you and tell you I can't do it. I don't know, punch in the face. I got it, man.
Oh, okay.
I got it. What's the old boy's name? The quarterback?
Which one? Tyrod?
The college quarterback. The white boy with the long hair.
Trevor Lawrence? Oh,
yes,
you want to punch those fans in the face.
Don't take it from.
My bad.
Come on, man.
My bad. I'll save it.
All right. Yes, sir.
I feel you on that, though.
Yeah, man.
I really feel you on that. These fans getting on my damn nerves, yo.
Come on, man. You know what I'm like? Come on, man. But no. Let's save that.
All right,
man. So we're both.
You want to talk about any other
more
football?
Disgusted than what's that?
You want to talk about any other football shit?
Well, I was just going to ask you if you had anything real quick. I'm looking at my sheet here around the league. I mean, what jumped off to you?
Russell Wilson is amazing.
Yeah. So I wanted to say one stat. I think I shared this with you before. I don't know if I did on the show, but like, listen, I'm not a fan. I actually hate the Seahawks. But let me tell you something.
You're not a fan of Russell Wilson?
No. I'm a fan of Russell Wilson.
Okay.
You know, the bully in middle school, you know what I mean? A lot of people don't know. They look and they say, oh, they see this guy that's from Sierra. They think stuff's sweet. He would have beat the shit out of Future. Let me tell you, man. Okay, just so everybody knows out there, they see the rap videos. They living in that rap world. This guy would have punched his face in, man. You hear me? Probably with one hand tied behind his back. Russell's a thug, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? So anyways, we wanted to make one more point. Remember the point we were talking about the other day on the phone, man, about the relationship between Pete Carroll and the general manager of the Seahawks. I keep forgetting his name. I got like curse in my head or something. I don't know. I don't. But my point is, you know, I feel like the coaches keep changing. I never feel the unity with the Broncos organization. You know, with the coaching staff and the general manager. I mean, do you agree with that? You think there's something to that?
John Schneider.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. You got the computer. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I get the vibe. I get the similar vibe like you. Like it seems like John Elway might be like kind of treat you like you're the employee, not like we're together. I don't know though. Sometimes they do interviews together. They seem like they got a mutual respect. I don't know how to read it, man.
But it ain't like. But it's not like that. You see, you know what I mean? You see those guys in Seattle, man. Come on, they're firing all cylinders, all working together. It's like
I would love to see what this team is if they would have been healthy though, because it's easy to pick them apart like this. But
you know what, man? Nobody's healthy.
Yo, the way they were acting like Vaughn was looking, yo, I was hearing shit about Vaughn that was just like Vaughn about to show the world he's still fucking Vaughn. Like, you know what I mean? So I was like, Vaughn, it was gonna be a problem. And then that's gonna free up Chubb. That's gonna change everything up front, which makes the back end easier. Then healthy Bouye, that beginning of the first game, they were looking great. I was like, shit, cover. You know what I mean? And that's what I was on. So I'm like, okay, those two pieces are pretty damn big just by themselves.
Yeah.
Then you go to the offense, losing your quarterback and your number one receiver. And I'm like, that's a lot. And then you lose Phillip Lindsay early in the first game, too. So it's like, man, I don't know, man. We might be pretty damn good without these injuries, yo. We might be pretty damn good.
Tough situation as a fan, though. You know what I mean? It's like, because it is true. And we both said it the first episode. We love this team. We believe in this team. It was a great draft. We do have talent. We have speed everywhere. But it's like, me personally, damn, it sucks, man.
Yeah.
And I think that me living in New York and
we're
on Thursday Night Football against the Jets, man. I'm coming to this game like it sucks, man.
I'm gonna still enjoy it though. Don't get it twisted. I'm like,
so am I, man.
Sidebar: have you tried that pumpkin, Sam Adams Jack Box or whatever that shit called?
I don't do all them crazy beers, man.
Man, that shit's fire, bro.
I'm sure it is.
It's a good ass beer, man. I'm gonna get me a couple of those.
All right.
Watch this game tomorrow for sure. Yo, NBA about to start in a few minutes. You excited about that? Game 1 of the finals. Who you picking to win the finals?
I mean, I'm not excited, but I want LeBron to lose, so I'm gonna do what I always do. I'm gonna cheer for the other team. And this Heat team, man, there's something about them.
Yeah, there is.
You look at them, you look at the lineup, and you're like, they've been doing it the whole playoffs. I remember I was picking Orlando like 3 rounds ago. You know what I mean? I was actually in Atlantic City. They kind of fucked up my trip because I was going with Orlando in those games, and Miami just kept winning and winning, and they haven't stopped. I would not be surprised if Miami really gives them a run, man.
I won't be surprised either. You know what? This Kendrick Perkins, I think, said it. They remind him of that Pistons team that won the championship.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like they're that kind of team. Like, they don't look like a bunch. There's no – I mean, maybe you could consider Jimmy Butler.
Of course, Jimmy Butler.
Star. Of course, Jimmy Butler. He's a star. I don't even know if he's a superstar, but he's –
Come on, man. No.
He's a superstar talent. But he's
a superstar now, man.
He doesn't get the fucking – I mean, he got the commercial. He does have the commercial.
But
I feel like they don't talk about him like that.
Well, people are starting to.
Yeah.
Yo, Jimmy Butler's the real deal.
He is.
He's got the Jordan in him. He'll punch you in the face. You ain't trying to practice. I heard he does.
Yeah, I heard that too. Then you got them shooters, man. Hero and Duncan and whatever them do. And Dragic is still nice with his old ass. I'm like, I remember when he was on the Suns when I used to love the Suns. I'm like, man, and Bam is real good. They just got one of them teams that's just gritty.
Yeah.
The right different pieces. They're a good team.
Yes, sir.
They're what I wanted Boston to be. Boston got the pieces, but they don't play like a team like this team. This team is just a great team. So it's like it reminds you of the Spurs team that beat LeBron. It reminds you of the Mavericks team that beat LeBron. It's just like certain teams, they just play really well as teams, and they're gritty. And they're just not going to let you beat them with your 2 dudes. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I do expect LeBron to win this shit in like 6. But I won't be surprised if they make it a real series.
It's going to be I'm a little, I guess I am a little bit excited. I'm going to watch it. You know what I mean?
Jimmy Butler is such a goon, yo. You ever watch how he plays? He don't
talk
to nobody. He don't.
I got a lot of respect for him.
Stronger than you. He looks like a savage, yo. Like, just quietly, just.
I love it.
Running up on you, yo. I'm like, I love how he plays basketball, man.
Me too.
He plays basketball like a football player a little bit. He got football player swag.
He plays basketball the way they used to play it.
Yeah.
Don't get me started. You know what I mean? About the 80s and 90s and Jordan and all these guys. You know what I mean? Come on, man. He's old school. He's cut from a different cloth, man.
Yeah, he is. I like Jimmy Butler a lot. So, yeah, I'm excited about that series. What else we got going on? We had a big debate yesterday.
Oh, man, I was going to say that's what I
know that's your alley right there. How you feel about that, man?
Man, listen. Unfortunately, I've been arguing with you a few times today. You pissed me off a little bit today, but that's all right. That's what we do.
I always do, Leaf.
So I don't want to go too – I'll be honest with you. I'm getting a little burnt out. You know what I'm saying? I really am, man. You know how serious I take it, how much it means to me. So I'm going to try to just talk about the debate. I don't want to go too long with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into all the stuff that me and you did. I do not want to do that, sir. But I will say this. It wasn't a good thing for anybody. It was out of control, okay? I don't understand why the moderator doesn't have a button, okay?
To mute him, right?
Instead of telling the president of the United States or the ex-vice president of the United States, you know, to try to overtalk and tell them stuff, just hit the button. Yeah. Just hit the button, shut their mic off. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now, of course, I'm going to say it, was Cinco D way worse and way ruder than Joe Biden? He was. He never let the man answer a question because he can't control himself. He's like a 4-year-old. And I don't want to get into it, but he's like a 4-year-old. I think people are starting to realize that by now. But, I mean, the main thing is, if anything I have to say about the debate is, it's not about who won and who lost. Nobody won and nobody lost.
You know what?
But it was an embarrassment that this is where we are as a country, man.
Yo, you know what bothered me about the debate? I was really, like, looking forward to hear, how do you feel about this issue? 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 And this shit was just like, they're just arguing and saying, you did this, you said that, you said that.
And going like, into other topics.
What the fuck are y'all talking about, yo? Tell me about the issue real quick, because I'm trying to learn. You know what I mean? I want to know what your position is on this, and keep going. This shit was just not, it didn't seem like a debate at all.
Well, I'm going to, first of all, let me just ask you a question. Okay. I agree with you. We both agree. It was a disaster.
It was.
It was a dumpster fire. You know what I'm saying? And nobody was roasting marshmallows. It was just all bad, bro.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Who was more at fault with it not being a productive debate? And number two, should that mean something?
I would say the bully. The one that he was bullying a little bit. I felt like he just was.
It's insane,
one
man.
One was OD like this.
Yeah.
The other one was just discombobulated by it. He's like,
well, I don't know. I mean, he hit him back a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he did hit him.
I like when he called him a clown. I like a lot of things. I mean, I thought Joe hung in there last night, man. He ain't no chump. Like I told you, I want to make a point. I don't know if it's going to influence anybody. If it doesn't, I really don't care. But people seem to think that Joe is discombobulated sometimes when they don't realize this is a guy that had a speech impediment. Okay? Very severely as a kid, had a stutter. And if you watch them all, they try to say, oh, look at him. He's not confused, bro. He's not confused. He's got a damn speech impediment. So sometimes he starts off and a few of the first words are a little repetitive. But once he gets it, he knows what he wants to say and he knows what he's doing. And that's a fact. But anyways, I want to just say one thing about you. Not just you, but a lot of people. All right? Okay?
Yes.
The debate should not be that important. You should already know
why not
where you are from watching the last 3.5 years or from watching Joe Biden the last 40 years. The fact that you have to watch this debate and try to learn about each candidate, that's on you, bro. You understand? You should already know. What do you mean? Why are you shaking your head?
I totally disagree because, for example, let me give you a very legitimate example.
Okay, let's hear.
Why I can't know what Biden feels about anything because 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, whenever they first announced that they were going with Kamala Harris, I'm hearing nothing but we're going to defund. We want to defund the police, defund the police, defund the police.
Who was saying that?
Kamala and Joe Biden.
It's not true. But go ahead.
I promise you.
Just get to your point about how you have to. How do you not know who are you voting for yet?
I watched them say that, and I was actually telling people I think that's a great idea. They were like, "Yo, they should give them less funding and allocate that money to mental health and this, that, and the third." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a great plan." Then yesterday,
that's not what defund the police means.
Yesterday, I heard him say, "I don't want to defund the police. I'm trying to give them more money. You're the one trying to cut their budget by $500 million." And I'm like, you just told me you just told me a couple weeks ago you wanted to cut their budget. Now you're telling me that you want to give them more money.
Defund the police doesn't necessarily mean there's other ways of defunding the police besides just cutting the budget. It just means more training, reorganization, and going about it a different way. It doesn't necessarily mean about money. It just means trying to change the system. But Joe Biden has never been radical. He's never been radical about defunding the police.
Defund is what they say.
I understand, but that's not what it means.
Them say they should be getting less money. They're getting 30% of state budgets. That's ridiculous. That money should go other places. I watched them go from saying that to saying give them more money. So I'm I need to watch.
I don't even know what you're referring to.
I need to know where you stand today because last week you stood somewhere else.
But what does that have to do with you not having already known who your topic is? And I'm actually going to go into a rant about it in a second.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm
saying, like, how do you not know who you're voting for at this point?
Why
He's been president for 3.5 years.
Why should I already be decided before the debates?
Because there's been 3.5 years. The debates are nothing but yelling and screaming back and forth.
No,
you know Joe Biden's record. You know Trump's record.
The debates are supposed to be, what do you stand for on this issue?
No, they're not. No, they're not.
On this issue?
Because if you follow politics, which you don't, you would already know what both sides stand for.
It's not. I don't get why you say that.
Oh my gosh. Because my rant is, who in this country, I don't know anybody. I'll be honest with you. I don't know one person in this whole country that on September 30th, it's still the 30th, right? It ain't the 1st yet, does not know who they're voting for. Who are these people? In what country do they live in?
Them. They're called swing voters. They're called undecided. They're called
No, they're called undecided. But I'm just saying, what is wrong with you? How do you not have your mind made up, man? Man, it's gonna take a debate.
First of all, it's not. This isn't an easy one, bro. This is one where literally the whole world is like, they all woke up today like. So many people woke up like, we are screwed if these two idiots are.
Not true.
So we're trying to pick. We're trying to figure out, all right, which one of y'all sucks a little bit less because these two idiots.
Who says that?
Bro, that's like the collective consciousness of the world right now. Nobody is like, hell yeah, I can't wait to go.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you know anybody who's old enough to vote and votes on a consistent basis, right? Who votes on a consistent basis, besides yourself, okay? I'm not going to say anything bad about you, not right now on this show, but do you know anybody besides yourself that is still trying to figure out who he's going to vote for?
Yes.
Who's that?
I don't have to tell
you
who it is.
Hey, I know it ain't grandma. I know it ain't grandma. Shout out to grandma.
Yo, my grandma woke up. Literally, I'll show you the text she sent me this morning. I will put her under the bus. I could have sworn she texted me this morning. She did. Let me show you the text. And I told you how my grandma hates Donald Trump. This is my text.
Good woman.
This is my
good woman of high character.
This is my text from my grandma this morning. What a mess that debate was. We are just simply in trouble either way. I guess the Lord has a plan. That's how she woke up. And you know what she was telling me last week? Joe Biden's a good dude. I mean, I don't see how he's not better than Trump. Trump's a piece of shit. And then she like,
your grandmother is not saying she doesn't know who she's going to vote to. Don't twist your grandmother's words.
These fools, we are screwed.
It's not true. It's not true. That's the narrative he wants. You see pigs? Listen to me. Pigs, they want you to jump in the slop with them. Bruh. They want you to get dirty with them. So then they can say, look, he's just like me. We both suck. Might as well stick with.
But they don't. So this is the thing. They both unveiling plans at the last minute. Both of them presented a plan for what they want to do for Black America. Both presented a plan for what
they didn't talk about that last night.
No. Like a couple of days ago.
Oh, a couple of days ago, you saw a YouTube clip. Don't make it right. Don't make it true, sir.
YouTube clip. I'm talking about hundreds of articles about both of their plans for Black America.
Hundreds of articles. Yeah.
Bruh.
A lot of articles. Anyways,
tons of articles. And I'm not talking about
this has nothing to do with this has not
the weird base. I'm not gonna give you, but I'm serious. ABC, Forbes, Bloomberg, Business Insider, they both presented a plan for Black America.
Yeah.
Just a couple days ago. I'm supposed to already be decided before they give me the plan?
It has nothing to do with that. It's their actions for the past 40 years.
No, I want to know what their plan is if they become president.
Okay.
Yo, let's wrap up the
How are we going to wrap that up, man?
We're just going to say, all right, so that's enough with the talk about the presidential race, man. Vote for who you vote for, man. Figure it out. If you decided already.
All right, you go ahead and do that.
If you're decided already, shout out to you. If you're still undecided, still on the fence, you're still trying to figure it out like me, you make sure you tune into the debates.
Make sure you say Leaf's got to figure it out.
And take notes, you know what I mean? Figure your shit out. But anywho, what's up with these crazy stories? I know you got some crazy stories for us, man.
Yeah, man. I got a couple this week. I want to just start off with something that I don't know if you've heard of. There's this new phenomenon going on called death by selfies. You heard of this shit?
No.
Man, it's crazy. You know, everybody, we're in this world now where everything's about it's about the gram, right? Got to represent for the gram, got to get it on Facebook, got to get the perfect picture. So what's happening and people doing that is they're starting to take risks. Get that perfect sunrise, climbing a tree, stand on the side of a mountain. You see where I'm going with this? And it's actually becoming a problem, man.
Wow.
So in Oregon, these happen in 2 days too. It's amazing. This guy climbed up some tree that was over a cliff. So he climbs the tree over the cliff. You know how it goes. Take a picture. Take a picture. You know what I mean? I want to post it. So he finds this branch and he's relaxing and chilling. He's sitting like this. He's smiling. All you see is there. It's the perfect shot until that branch broke. He dropped 150 feet into the water, right?
Sheesh.
Trying to get this pic for the gram, man. They send the helicopter in. They get this fool out of the water. They fly him to the hospital. And he dies. He's dead.
Damn.
Trying to get that perfect selfie for the gram, you know?
Yo, what do you think if you fall 150 feet into water?
I would have thought he would have lived.
I would think he would like break his bones and shit on the water from just the impact from falling that far. But it depends.
I don't know about the broken bones.
It depends on how you fall, though. I'm saying he had to see it coming at some point during that fall. He could fucking straighten his legs and shit like it was like a dive. You know what I mean? And go down like
all of a sudden, you're saying all of a sudden he had to switch it into he is competing in the Olympics, sir.
Yes, you got to put your legs together.
Small splash, right?
You can't belly flop that shit. You better figure out how to turn in the air a little bit.
You're saying this is kind of on him, not just for picking a bad branch, but for not landing in that water right.
Exactly.
You'd have went in arms tight, feet straight together.
Exactly.
Slow, not a big splash. Judges 8.7, 8.8. The man from America, USA wins.
Exactly.
I kind of agree with you.
I feel like
how do you enter the water? I think he panicked and was doing one of these.
Yeah, that's what I think too. He didn't realize you got quite a bit of ways to get your body straightened out, fam.
I mean, are we judging a dead man? We are, but he's dead.
He did not stick the landing, yo.
He did not stick the landing. He went into that water with a huge splash. The judge from Bulgaria gave him a 3.7 out of 10.
Oh, with all due respect, I'm just joking, but it's probably nothing to joke about. He might have a kid or a friend or a mom.
Okay. I thought the joke was working well. Why did you have to bring up kids?
Video. Hopefully you never see this and feel like we're being insensitive about your son or your father.
We're not insensitive. Yeah. Stop. Well, I thought it was good.
It was.
The Bulgarian judge gave a 3. That's not funny.
It is funny.
It's not funny, man.
It's inappropriate.
You got to turn on me like I'm a monster. The article said nothing about children. I'm picturing a young man trying to get his Instagram. He got his shirt off. He did 20 push-ups before he got on the limb. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, but then that means he's somebody's child.
He was, listen, see, man, you won't stop. Listen, he's oiled up. You know what I'm saying? He's done 3 or 4 takes like the guy at the Monte Carlo. Do you remember that, man? The fool was at the hotel next to us. And we're all looking off the window, and he's down there, and he's got he's just like, he was taking like 7. You don't remember that shit?
Ah, you guys
I know Gizmo and Luna do. They're not
guys,
watching this, but they would vouch for me.
Were you guys up before me, or was I already at the beach laying down?
No. You were there, bro. We were in the room. We were looking down at this dude. Only because he was on his balcony, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We weren't, like, looking.
You know what? I may have smoked a lot of weed on that trip.
I mean, you did, sir.
My memory.
You had me smoking weed. I got Luna's ass, though. Because that's one thing. Luna can do all that bullshit with his beer and his alcohol. He can't smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? He can't, man.
Me neither.
So,
me neither.
Moving on with the death by selfies, the next day, now we're not in Oregon, we're in Peru. We're in a whole other country, right? And a German man, guy from Germany, I don't know why, he went into a restricted area of the Machu Picchu. I think I've heard of that. Have you, the Machu Picchu mountain range? I think it's pretty famous, right? So this guy gets his cameraman, brings him over, you know? This is like a 10,000-foot drop over the mountains. There's water in the background. He's like, I'm going to jump up. You take the picture. It's going to look like I'm flying over the water. Here's the thing. When he landed, he lost his balance, man. Lost his balance. The knee might have gave out. You know how knees are these days, right? The ankle might have slipped. You know how gravel is on the side of a mountain. It gave way. Bruh. Now this guy's, 1,000 feet in the air. So he's gone. We don't even have to. So what I'm saying is,
does the selfie exist?
You know what? Damn. I don't know if I have that in my research, man. I'm a little upset because we could investigate. We could go into
do some investigating.
We could go to his Instagram.
I want to know this dude's Instagram because I got a couple theories. Unless I see the pictures, like, okay, he definitely was out there by himself and he jumped up. If I see that is the case, that's one thing. Oh, you know what? It probably doesn't exist. You know why? I just thought about it. Because if the person was taking the picture, you know what? Somebody else was with him taking the picture, right?
Well, I think I took the story. You know my research. It's pretty thorough, but it's not exact. Mm-hmm. I don't have a science down to my research. I mean, it's investigative, but we do miss some things sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
So I felt like we all do, right? We all do. I think he gave he gave his camera to a stranger. So this is my thing. Who had the money to go from Germany to Machu Picchu to like this guy? I got a feeling he sounds like a guy who travels by himself. You know what I mean?
All right. So he gives it to a stranger, allegedly.
Allegedly.
My thing is, don't let him die in vain. Don't fucking get out of that app. You gotta still post the shit, even if you don't know the caption.
It's what he would have wanted.
You gotta post that picture, man. He died.
What he would have wanted.
You know,
he didn't want to die for nothing.
They got a hashtag Tina be seeing on Instagram. It's like, I pulled over for this. He gotta put, I died for this.
Ooh,
man.
That's a hell of a hashtag, man.
That's a hell of a shit. Like, yo, I died for this picture, yo. Y'all better appreciate it, like it, comment, share it, all that shit. You know what I mean?
It's out of respect for him.
Unfortunately, they probably deleted the picture with their whack asses. And then this is why I really wanted to know if there was another person, because I was like, what if somebody just pushed him off that shit? And they just said, like, yo, he was trying to take a picture.
I just thought of the craziest story I ever heard, man, but I can't say it on here. It's somebody who's in Bronco gang. Something about pushing somebody. I'm not going to get into it. That's personal stuff that I can't divulge, but people do that.
Why do I know you well enough to know who you're talking about already, man?
You probably do. That's because we family, right? So I don't even know if I am not, let's get off that subject. But my point is, I was being honest. Because of that, I looked at your story of, you know what, maybe he got pushed. And you know what, it's possible. Right?
Yes. Very.
Not to bring up any bad things. I apologize if I offended
or hurt anybody. To go down a 10,000-foot drop, that's some other.
Yeah.
That's a long ass.
In Peru, you know what I mean? Like, how do you even end up in Peru, man? Like, I mean,
How do you?
And this was probably his dream. This was probably his dream. I want to go to Peru in the Machu Picchu. I've heard that word before. I'm telling you, I didn't never know what it meant, but it's this beautiful mountain range, you know.
I don't know.
Didn't turn out well for him.
Dream is to go to Peru though.
So that was just the part of the crazy of the death by selfies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jumping up and, you know, climbing stuff, doing things. I mean, there's a few more things I want to say about it, but I think I'm going to just leave that alone with the political stuff we did tonight. It's going to make me look bad. But let's go into another crazy story, all right? This is just unbelievable. It's not unbelievable, but it's like, holy cow, you know? Mm-hmm. Now, where was this? I gotta check this right now. I think it was, this was in America. No, it wasn't in America. 1 second. Have you heard about this 400-pound gorilla? Not just a regular gorilla, right? A great ape. I never heard of the great apes. I always thought silverback was the toughest, right? You ever heard of a silverback gorilla?
What do you say? It's called a great ape?
It's called a great ape, man. I'm telling you, have you heard about this story? 400 pounds. I'm looking at my research. I'm trying to find out where this zoo is. Anyways, this poor lady, she's over at the aquarium exhibit. She's feeding dolphins. She's having a day of her life. You know what I mean? She works her dream job at the zoo. She's in the aquarium. She's feeding fish. She's doing great. Here comes the 400-pound great ape. You know what his name is? Malabo. Can you imagine this ape, man, this gorilla? Malabo.
Malabo?
You're sitting on the side of the aquarium with your toes in the water. You're feeding the dolphins. You're living your best life, no? I mean, you're living the dream. Her life is about to go from incredible to not so incredible. This guy Malabo, he's strong. You know, he's 400 pounds. He's a grip. He somehow broke through 3 security doors, got out of the gorilla embankment, found his way to the aquarium. You know, he started throwing bolos. He started beating on this woman, man. You know, head shots, chest shots.
Like punching her and shit?
I mean, maul. What does mauling mean? I always took mauling like a good just ass whooping. No, just everything. Yeah. Punching, kicking, stomping.
Gorillas are super strong, bro.
Super strong. And he's 400 pounds, right? So they come with a dart gun. You know those dart guns. They're effective. They zip up Malabo with like 10 shots. They get him under anesthesia, and they get him off her. She lived, thank God. That's the great thing of the story, right? But this is what cracked me up. They have the police investigating, okay? They're doing an investigation on how Malabo got through the 3 doors and over to the aquarium. I'm going to give you a chance. Could you answer the investigation for them? Because if you won't, I will.
His fucking strength. 400-pound gorilla probably could bust a gate, man.
Are the 3 doors in 7 pieces, 7 which ways? They are. Should there be an investigation? This is what really blew my mind.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Like that.
That was it. It was 4 shots. And they're hammer fists with the gorillas. Boom, 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 boom. 1 door. 2nd door, very similar. Boom, 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 boom. 3rd door. He sees the water. He sees the zookeeper. Is it complicated, man? Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good story.
How do you spell Malabo, man? I'm trying to find a picture of this dude.
Malabo. I lost the country, man, or you'd be able to find it. I want to say
there
Spain.
It is.
You see him?
Yeah.
They don't have a picture of him, do they?
Yeah, they do. He looks like a fucking savage, bro. Dude looks crazy. He got like one tooth going this way.
Oh.
He look crazy, man.
You know what I was thinking about, too, when I read this story, man, and that's really the reason I went with it? Isn't that the biggest thing now in all the sports and all the training? If someone posts something, they post a picture of the gorilla down on all fours, no? Like, that's what really, to me, beast mode has become in this country. It's like silverback. Come on.
Speaking of silverback gorillas, did you see that movie Ivan?
What's it called?
Ivan?
I did not. I tell you, Jill's a huge fan of the gorillas, man. She watches all those the 8 movies, you know.
Planet of the Apes.
Big fan.
Those are good movies.
She thinks they're so interesting. They are interesting, man.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, we're like related. I mean, seriously, man.
Yeah, this movie's a true story. It stars a dude from Breaking Bad, and it's a dope movie, man. I liked it.
All right.
All
right, so we're moving on.
Tell you what happens, but it's a cool movie.
Yeah, don't tell me. But you get what I mean about the whole, like, people say, oh, I'm beast mode, I'm out here. That damn gorilla.
Oh, you know what? It's called The One and Only Ivan.
The one and only Ivan. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'm the one and only Leaf, you know what I'm saying? One and only Leaf. Me and him would probably hit it off, I got a feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same type of guy. But, so now, man, now we're going to Portugal.
It's a kid movie. You can watch it with Danny.
Yeah, well, Jill loves it. It's about a gorilla?
Yeah, and it's a kid movie.
Man.
It's like a Disney shit. I watch it with my daughters.
Oh, man. Babe. I think she fell asleep. But anyways, man, now we're going to Portugal. This is a whole other story. This is some crazy shit, man. This world is nuts, ain't it, man? Is it not crazy? How crazy are people, man? So now we're in Portugal. There's this lesbian couple. And I'm not trying to get all weird again. Now you're going to come in here with a sign saying stop talking about shit and sex and all this stuff. Remember last week? But anyways, we're not going to do that.
Sex at the same time again?
I'm trying. No, this ain't about that. I mean, it kind of is. I mean, they're a lesbian couple, right? I mean,
it kind of is about shit and sex at the same time?
No, it's not about shit. So anyways, man, they're criminals. They're like Bonnie and Clyde, but it's like Bonnie and Bonnie.
Bonnie and Bonnie.
Does that make sense?
It does.
They're like Bonnie and Bonnie.
And this is in Peru, you said?
And Peru.
Portugal.
So now they knew this kid had money. This kid was like 22 years old. They were young too. They're like 20-something. I don't have their ages. But they knew he had money. I guess they worked with him. So they asked him to come over. They want to rob him. You know what I mean? So now they're both dancing for him, all this stuff. They give him an orange juice laced with, something to make him go to sleep. He goes to sleep. They strangle his ass. Bonnie and Bonnie, right? He's dead now, man. They killed him. Okay? They cut his fingers off. This is a true story, man. This is the crazy, right? We're cutting fingers off now. They cut his feet off, cut him off, all this stuff. They're using his damn fingerprints to go on his phone, to go on his bank account. They're robbing him. All this stuff, man.
Damn.
Can you imagine this poor
guy? They cut his finger off?
Can you imagine this poor guy? He gets to the house. They're his co-workers. They're both there. They're starting to dance for him. This guy's on top of the world. He thinks he's about to have the best night of his life. And before he knows it, right? He's being dismembered, sir. Huh?
Did you say they cut his fingers off?
And his damn feet? And his head?
They cut his feet off for?
I don't know. And it made me think of you for some reason. I don't know why.
In his head? What is wrong with these savages?
I don't know. And these are like 22-year-old girls. Like they're not even, I don't know, man.
Holy.
So listen to what they do. So now they take his fingerprints. They do his phone shit. They're taking money out of the bank. They got, they got everything from the fingerprints. If you think about it, right? A lot of stuff's touched now. They're taking money out. So what they do now is for 3 days, they go on his social accounts and they're like posting stuff like he's alive. So no one's thinking anything's wrong. You know, he's on IG, he's on Facebook, his friends, everything's cool. I mean, they had a good plan. I'm not condoning it, but so what happened was they ended up throwing all the body parts in the ocean, you know, and his torso came ashore. And whatever they got from, I don't know how the cops did it. We're talking about how bad the investigators are with the gorilla. These must have been good investigators because they got his torso, they started backtracking, and they arrested these women. You know what I mean? They're everything, murder. They stole his car. You know, dismembering a body. They're going to jail for life. But is that a crazy story, man?
That's ridiculous. I don't know how the fuck you find a torso and figure out who it belongs to, where the motherfuckers are at. This shit is crazy. Yeah.
How do they do that, man?
They ain't got no teeth.
DNA.
That is some ridiculous.
They just got a damn. What do they have? What is the torso? The torso is like.
You know what? This fucker had a tattoo that had his name on it.
Like the abdomen.
He was one of those people that wrote his own name on his tat. Or like his, you know what I mean? Or his daughter's name or some shit. They must have did that's some great detective work, man.
I'm telling you, man. But they got him.
Crazy.
They got Bonnie and Bonnie, man. And let's just say they're not going to see the day of light again. So that's good. I mean, is that that's a good story? A crazy story. Is it a good story? I don't know, but it's crazy. Yeah. I'm just thinking of this kid, man. You talk about from being on the highest mountaintop. Yeah, it's tough. I almost got emotional for a second.
I wonder how fast it went left, though. Like, was it quick?
It went left. Yo, it went left fast. Didn't it?
I hope it was sudden. I hope that they didn't cut the finger off.
I hope it was sudden.
I hope they cut the fingers and shit off after.
Nah, well I don't know if you were paying attention. They strangled him.
Oh, they strangled him first. And
you know what? It's not a bad story. They gave him the sedative. He drank it, the orange drink. He fell asleep. I guess you could. Yeah, of course you can. They choked him when he was sleeping, you know? So I don't think he felt too much, hopefully.
Went out on top.
Yeah, he was living his best life.
He was.
Okay. I'm glad you spun it like that. I feel a lot better. All right, man, I'm looking here. I think that might be it for the crazy. You know, we got these people doing these death by selfies. The lesbian, the gorilla, my guy Malibu, you know. Mm-hmm. So it's time for my punch in the face list.
All right, go ahead.
You kind of gave it away earlier.
You're gonna want to punch me in the face with my why you mad, but
no, probably. I'll be honest with you. I've been wanting to punch you in the face all day, so it's nothing new, and it's all good. You know what I mean? We can agree to disagree. I know you're a good human being. You're confused is all it is. That's all right. So listen, to you Bronco fans, that we lost the third game of the season, they started saying that we should tank the rest of the games for Trevor Lawrence. Every single one of you is at the very top of my punch in the face list. You're not a fan, okay? And to make it worse, we're going through a pandemic. This is our enjoyment. This is our team. Real fans, real loyal fans, Bronco game people. We don't even think about it. It never even enters our minds.
Damn sure don't happen no week 3.
Because we take it, okay. I don't think it ever does, man. Okay? Because I don't like losing. I don't know about you. I don't like losing none of these fucking games.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes when it's like the 14th game of the season and it seems like you're already eliminated, there's definitely some fans that's like, we might as well get a good draft pick at this point. And even that,
I'm listening to you. Keep talking.
Even that, I think it's some sucker shit. But to go all the way to trying to talk about tanking in week 3, that's some other shit. That's
it is
all the way loser mentality. First of all,
but it's the same.
The craziest
you know about it more than me.
The craziest thing about it is you talking about tanking for a quarterback when we have a quarterback that we believe. We were just saying we believe he's a franchise quarterback. Now we don't believe that? Based on what? Because he got hurt?
Amen. And you know about it more than me. You deal with this stuff every single day, man. It's those same people that when you're hanging in there and you're saying, look, we still got a good team, which we do. I mean, now it's hard. Yeah. But most of the time, I love your positivity, and I agree with it. And then it's the same people who say, oh, come on, man. You got to be realistic. We can't do – it's like, yo,
I hate
these people need to, like, get out of here, man.
They really do.
They need to get out of here. I don't got to punch them in the face. It's first of all, to remind everybody, my punch in the face is it's hypothetical. Right. I am not running around in America punching people in the face. Okay? I think you know that, right?
I do.
I mean, I have dignity. I respect people.
Right.
All right. So why are you mad, sir?
Yeah, I'm mad because last week I ranted and raved about Kanye West and him being a hot mess.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And listen. I only watched the first half of the interview. I went back and watched the part. I didn't know there was a part 2. I watched the part 2, and he got to the point of how he was like putting money on his pedestal and thinking that would get him the respect in the world. And then he got to a point in his life where he realized money wasn't it. And now he's like, I don't care, I could lose it all, whatever. But what I really missed and was like blown away by it, because I was like, why aren't you focusing on shit that's important? Is I didn't know, I don't know if you knew, that he's donating his land, all them 3,000 acres and shit. He's building orphanages for kids.
Where is this?
In Wyoming. So I was like, you know what?
I'll say this.
I'm mad at myself for judging Kanye.
Kanye West settled in Wyoming.
Huh?
I said, I'll tell you this. It doesn't surprise me that Kanye West settled in Wyoming.
Yeah. Well, so I was mad at myself.
Where the colored population is less than 0.5%.
I was mad at myself for judging Kanye prematurely, man. I think that Kanye is really trying to follow what he's being called to do, and he's trying to do some really good things in the world. And I think that we all should be trying to build orphanages and whatever we could do. Maybe not build orphanages, but whatever we could do to help the world. Word. I ain't mad at that. I misread you, Kanye. My bad.
You suck, Kanye.
Anyway, thank you for watching another episode, man. Subscribe, share it, like, all that good stuff. And as always, appreciate the blessings.
Make sure you smile.